video, we will talk about the supply chain management. So what is supply chain management? Supply chain management defined as the handling of the interproduction flow of a goods or services, starting from the raw component all the way to delivering the final product to the consumer. Therefore, supply chain management, it represents a conscious effort by the most effective and efficient ways possible. This management also the broad range of activities required to plan, control, and execute a product flow from production to distribution. A supply chain is a network between a company and its supplier to produce and distribute a specific product or services. For example of supply chain management activities include farming, refining, design, manufacturing, packaging, and lastly, transportation. How does supply chain works? In simple terms, the overall workflow of a supply chain management is split into three different categories: the product, information, and finances. In every businesses, it is a part of supply chain management work. Here's a little more about each one. The product. The product flow includes the timely formation, storage, and delivery of a product along the supply chain. It also involves conducting quality assurance at each product location. The information. The information flow consists of sending and receiving sales and purchases, as well as updating delivery status. The finances. The finances flow deals with payment, inventory management, billing, credit terms, and other workflows related to finance. However, typically supply chain management attempts centrally control or link the production, shipment, and distribution of the product.
The 8 components of supply chain management. First, planning. This is one of the most important stages before the beginning of the entire supply chain. It is essential to finalize the strategies and put them into place. Second is information. The world today is dominated by continuous flow of information. In order to be successful, it is essential that the business stay abreast with all the latest information about the various aspects of its production. Third is source. Suppliers play a very crucial role in supply chain management system. Products and services sold to the end user created with the help of different sets of raw materials. Fourth is inventory. For highly effective supply chain management system, it is essential that an inventory keep and truly maintained. An inventory means the ready list items, raw materials, and other essentials required for the product and service. Fifth is production. Production is one among the most important aspects of system. It is only possible with all other components of supply chain are in tandem with each other. Six is location. Any business that wants to be survive as well as flourish needs a location which profitable for the business. 7 is transportation. Transportation is vital in terms of carrying raw materials to the manufacturing unit and delivering the final product to the market. Return of goods. Among the various components that create a strong supply chain is a facility for the return of faulty manufactured goods, along with a highly responsive consumer grievance redress unit.
Supply chain management have 5 functions. The first function is purchasing. Purchasing pertains to procuring raw materials and other resources that are required to manufacture the goods. It requires coordination with the supplier to deliver the materials without any delay. Purchasing activities are needed to ensure that needed items are obtained in a timely manner and at a reasonable cost. A purchasing department is especially necessary in a manufacturing business, where large amount of raw materials and components must be obtained on a recurring basis. The purchasing department primary goals are to locate supplier that can provide goods and service in accordance with the buyer's requirements. Second function is the operation. The operation team engage in demanding planning and forecasting. Before giving raw materials purchase order, the organization has to anticipate the possible market demand and the number of units it needed to purchase. Operation is the work of managing the inner working of your business, so it runs as efficient as possible. Whether you make products, sell products, or provide service, every small business owner has to oversee the design and management of behind-the-scene work. The specific definition of operation will depend on your industry and the stage your business is in. Sometimes, improving operation means thinking strategically about your system and processes. The third function is logistic. This function of supply chain management requires immense coordination. Logistic refers to the overall process of managing how resources are acquired, stored, and transported to their final destination. Logistic management involves identifying prospective distributors and suppliers and determining their effectiveness and accessibility. Logistics is now used widely in the business sector, particularly by companies in the manufacturing sectors, to refers to how resources are handled and moved along the supply chain. The fourth function is the resource management. Resource management is the process by which businesses manage their various resources effectively. Those resources can be intangible, and tangible, and financial. It involves planning so that the right resources are assigned to the right tasks. Resource management is a process of planning, scheduling, and allocating resources is in the best possible way. It aims is to maximize your resources efficiently. The last function is information workflow. Information sharing and distribution is what really keeps all other functions of supply chain management on track. If the information workflow and communication are poor, it could break apart the entire chain and lead to mismanagement. A workflow consists of an repeatable pattern of activity enabled by the systematic organization of resources into processes that transform materials, provide service, or proceed information. Workflow can help streamline the repeatable business tasks. It can minimize room of errors and increase overall efficiency. This in turn dramatically improves your business. Managers can make quicker, smarter decisions, and employees are empowered to collaborate in a more productive and agile way.